Welcome back to our channel History Coins HD. As you that old is gold, but these rare $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Coin number 1. I have something truly thrilling for you because we are going to uncover the story of one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the Washington $quarter from the year 1966. At first glance, this coin may seem like just another quarter, but I promise you there is so much more to it than meets the eye, and if you are a collector or even just curious about rare treasures, you do not want to miss a single second of what I'm about to share with you. The year 1966 was a very important time for American coinage because just the year before, the United States Mint had stopped using silver in quarters and replaced it with a copper-nickel clad composition. This was a major change, and collectors all over the world pay close attention to these transitional years because they often produce some of the most interesting and valuable varieties. The 1966 Washington quarter became part of this new era of coinage, and that makes it stand out as a key piece of American monetary history. Now here is where things get even more exciting for coin hunters like us. Even though millions of 1966 quarters were struck, there are special pieces with unique errors that make them incredibly rare and valuable. Some coins show double die strikes where the details like the letters or date appear doubled, giving the coin a very distinct look that collectors love. Others may have been struck off-center or even on the wrong planchet, which creates a one-of-a-kind rarity that can send the value soaring at auctions. Imagine holding a coin that looks ordinary to most people but has a hidden error that could make it worth thousands of dollars. That is the thrill that keeps collectors searching, and why the 1966 Washington quarter is such an exciting coin to study and collect. Every time a collector finds a crisp error coin from this year, the demand in the market goes through the roof because everyone wants a chance to own such a rare piece of history. For those of you who are serious collectors or just starting out, let me give you a valuable tip that can make all the difference. Always handle your coins carefully and avoid cleaning them, because cleaning can destroy the natural surfaces that professional graders look for. Instead, store them in protective holders or coin flips and keep them away from humidity or scratching. The better the condition, the more desirable the coin and the higher the price when it comes time to sell. And if you are hunting rolls of quarters from banks or estate sales, pay close attention to the 1966 pieces because you never know when you might strike gold with a hidden error. Collectors across America have already seen rare examples of the 1966 Washington quarter sell for huge amounts in auctions from New York to California. The excitement in these auction rooms is electric because everyone knows they are bidding on a coin that is not just a piece of metal but a piece of history and a treasure that only a lucky few will ever own. And now the part you have all been waiting for, the value of this coin today. A rare 1966 Washington quarter with the right error in uncirculated condition has been known to reach as much as $15,000 in auctions and private sales. Yes, my friends, $15,000 for a single quarter that originally had a face value of just 25 cents. That is the magic of coin collecting and the reason why this hobby has such passionate followers around the world. So remember this: whenever you come across a Washington quarter from 1966, don't just spend it or throw it back into circulation, because it could be your ticket to an incredible discovery. Keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep believing, because treasures like this are still out there waiting to be found. Coin number 2. I am bringing you a story that every collector needs to hear because we are going to explore the United States Washington quarter from the year 1973. Now this might sound like just another ordinary coin you could find in loose change, but trust me, the 1973 quarter holds secrets and surprises that can make a collector's heart race. Stay with me until the very end because I will share the exact value this coin has reached in today's market, and you will not want to miss it. The Washington quarter has been an American icon since 1932, but every decade brings its own unique chapter to the story. The year 1973 came in the middle of a turbulent era in the United States, and while millions of quarters were minted that year, not all of them are equal. Some carry striking errors and rare variations that make them highly desirable in the world of numismatics. Collectors know that even in a common year there can be extraordinary finds, and the 1973 quarter is a perfect example of that. One of the main reasons this coin draws so much interest is because of the minting errors that occurred during its production. There are examples of double die obverse coins where the inscriptions and dates appear doubled, giving the coin an amazing look under magnification. There are also off-center strikes that show the design shifted to one side, leaving part of the coin blank, which immediately makes it unique. And then there are coins struck on the wrong planchet, which means the metal blank came from another denomination, making the finished coin both strange and extremely rare. These are the kinds of pieces that create fierce competition in auctions because no two are exactly alike. Imagine finding a quarter from 1973 that looks different from the rest and realizing you are holding something collectors would fight over in bidding rooms from New York to Chicago. That is the dream that keeps coin hunters searching through their collections and pocket change because you never know when lightning will strike. The Washington quarter from this year continues to excite experts and beginners alike because it combines history, design, and the thrill of rarity all in one piece. Here is a tip for all collectors listening right now. Always examine your coins carefully under good lighting and if possible with a magnifying glass because small errors like doubling or die cracks are often missed by the naked eye. Do not make the mistake of rushing to polish or clean your coin because that will reduce its natural value in the eyes of professional graders. Instead, store your coin in a safe protective holder and keep it as original as possible. The closer it is to uncirculated condition, the higher its value climbs when it is placed on the market. Collectors know that patience and knowledge are the two most powerful tools in this hobby. The more you learn about what to look for, the better your chances of spotting a rare gem like the 1973 Washington quarter with an error that could change your collection forever. And now let's talk about the part that excites everyone the most, the value. A rare Washington quarter from 1973 in pristine condition with the right kind of error has been known to sell for as much as $25,000 in auctions across the United States. Yes, my friends, $25,000 for a coin that originally had a face value of just 25 cents. That is the kind of story that inspires collectors everywhere to keep hunting and never give up because the next big discovery could be sitting right in your pocket right now. So remember this: whenever you see a quarter from 1973, don't ignore it and don't spend it without a second look. This little piece of metal could be your ticket to something extraordinary. Keep collecting with passion, keep your eyes sharp, and never stop searching because the thrill of the hunt is what makes this hobby so special. Coin number 3. I'm going to take you on a journey into the world of one of the most exciting coins from the late 70s, the Washington quarter dollar from 1978. At first it may look like just another coin that passed through millions of hands across America, but let me tell you, hidden within this year's mintage are treasures that collectors chase with passion. Stay with me until the very end because the value of this coin in the right condition will shock you, and I promise you don't want to miss a single detail. The Washington quarter has always been a symbol of history and pride, carrying the face of the nation's first president and standing as one of the most used coins in circulation. The year 1978 was no exception, but it came during a time when the United States Mint was producing coins under heavy demand, and whenever that happens, small mistakes can slip through. Those mistakes are what we call minting errors, and they are the reason why certain 1978 quarters have become extremely rare and valuable in today's market. There are examples of double die obverse coins where the lettering or date shows a bold doubling effect that is instantly noticeable under magnification. There are also off-center strikes where part of the design is pushed away, leaving a dramatic blank space that instantly catches the eye. Even more thrilling are the coins struck on the wrong planchet, which makes the quarter lighter or heavier than normal, and collectors know that these error types are the real jackpot finds. Each of these errors turns an ordinary 1978 quarter into a treasure that serious collectors will pay high prices for at auctions. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that most people would spend without a second thought, but for the trained eye of a collector, it is a masterpiece of rarity. Auction houses from New York to Dallas have witnessed bidders competing fiercely for such error coins because the supply is so limited while the demand just keeps growing. The beauty of coin collecting is that these hidden gems can still be discovered in collections, old jars, or even rolls from the bank, and that's what makes the hunt so exciting. Here is a powerful tip for collectors and coin lovers listening carefully right now. Never underestimate the importance of condition. A 1978 quarter in average circulated state might not seem like much, but the same coin in brilliant uncirculated condition or with a certified grading can be worth many times more. Keep your coins safe in holders, avoid cleaning them at all costs, and if you believe you have an error coin, get it checked by a professional grading service because authentication is the key to unlocking its full value. Another important point is to always study the details of your coins because sometimes the difference between a normal strike and a rare error is just a small mark or doubling that only a collector's careful eye can catch. The more you learn, the better your chances of spotting a coin that others overlook, and in the case of the 1978 Washington quarter, that knowledge can truly pay off. And now comes the thrilling part that you've all been waiting for: the value of this coin today. A rare Washington quarter from 1978 with the right minting error in uncirculated condition has been known to sell for as much as $10,000 in auctions and private sales. Yes, my friends, $10,000 for a coin that originally had a face value of only 25 cents, so the next time you see a quarter from 1978, don't let it slip away without a close inspection. That simple piece of change could actually be a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. Keep your passion alive, keep your eyes sharp, and remember that treasures are still out there waiting for collectors who refuse to give up the hunt. Coin number 4. We are diving into the story of the rare Washington quarter dollar from the year 1971 with the Denver Mint mark. Do not let this coin slip by as just another quarter, because hidden inside these coins are secrets that can turn a simple 25-cent piece into a treasure worth thousands. So listen carefully and stay with me until the end, because I will reveal the real value of this coin and I promise it will leave you amazed. The Washington quarter has been an important part of American coinage since 1932, and the coins struck in the early 70s carry their own unique charm. The 1971 D quarter came from the Denver Mint at a time when coins were being produced in very high numbers to meet demand, but with large production always comes the chance of mistakes, and those mistakes are what collectors call minting errors. These errors are the golden ticket for coin lovers because they create one-of-a-kind rarities that everyone wants in their collection. The 1971 D quarter is famous for several fascinating error types that can make it extremely valuable. Some coins show doubling on the obverse, where the date or letters appear doubled under magnification, giving the coin a bold, unusual appearance that is instantly recognized by trained eyes. There are also off-center strikes where the design is shifted, creating dramatic blank areas on the coin which collectors adore because no two look the same. And then there are wrong planchet errors, where a quarter was struck on metal meant for another coin like a dime or even a foreign coin, which makes the piece very rare and highly desirable at auctions. Just imagine holding a 1971 D quarter in your hand and realizing it is not just another coin but a one-of-a-kind error that collectors in New York or Los Angeles would compete fiercely to own. That is what makes coin collecting so thrilling, because treasures can be hidden in the most ordinary-looking places, like an old coin jar or a forgotten roll of quarters from the bank. The excitement comes from knowing that with every coin you examine you could discover something that changes your collection forever. Now let me share a tip with all of you who are serious about finding and keeping these coins. Condition matters more than anything else when it comes to value. A 1971 D quarter that has been heavily circulated will never bring the same price as one that is uncirculated and preserved in mint state condition. So always protect your coins, never clean them because cleaning damages the natural surfaces and reduces the value, and use holders or protective flips to keep them safe from scratches and tarnish. If you believe you have a rare error coin, then sending it to a professional grading service can unlock its true potential in the market. Collectors who pay attention to details are the ones who win big in this hobby. A small doubling on a letter, a misaligned die crack, or a strange off-metal strike can turn an ordinary-looking quarter into a prize worth chasing. This is why knowledge and patience are the most important tools for coin lovers, because they increase your chances of spotting the gems that others overlook. And now, my friends, let's talk about the value of this coin, because this is the moment every collector waits for. A rare Washington quarter dollar from 1971 with the Denver Mint mark in pristine uncirculated condition and carrying a special error has been known to sell for as much as $6,000 in auctions and private sales. Yes, you heard me right, $6,000 for a coin that was originally worth only 25 cents. So the next time you see a 1971 D quarter, don't ignore it and don't spend it without looking closely, because it could be your chance to hold a treasure in your hand. Keep your eyes sharp, keep your passion alive, and never stop searching, because the next big discovery could be just one coin away. Coin number 5. I am going to share with you something truly special that every coin collector must hear about. We are talking about the rare Washington quarter dollar from the year 1980, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, marked with the letter P. Now this might look like an ordinary coin at first glance, but inside its history and in its possible errors lies a treasure that could be sitting right inside your collection or even in your pocket change right now. So listen very carefully and stay until the end, because the story of this coin is filled with rarity and value that you cannot afford to miss. The Washington quarter has been one of the most collected coins of the United States, and the year 1980 was a turning point because the minting process was changing with new technologies, but even with modern equipment, errors still happened, and those errors are what make this coin stand out. The Philadelphia Mint struck millions of these coins, but not all came out perfect, and that is where collectors find their excitement. One of the most desirable errors on the 1980 P quarter is the doubled die. When the design elements like the words "I in God We Trust" or "Liberty" appear doubled under magnification, it creates a striking effect that collectors absolutely love because it transforms a normal quarter into a one-of-a-kind piece. There are also off-center strikes where the design is shifted, leaving part of the coin blank, which makes every piece unique and highly valuable. And then there are rare wrong planchet errors where the quarter was struck on metal intended for another denomination like a nickel or dime, which instantly turns the coin into a star at any auction. Just imagine this for a moment. You are checking your change after buying a coffee in Philadelphia or New York, and suddenly you notice a slight error on a 1980p quarter. That small detail could be the difference between a coin worth 25 cents and a coin that collectors are willing to pay thousands of dollars for. This thrill is exactly why coin collecting is so addictive, because every ordinary coin holds the possibility of being extraordinary. Now, for all the collectors watching, let me give you some valuable advice. Condition is everything when it comes to the value of coins. A 1980p quarter found in circulated condition may have some value, but one preserved in mint state condition or even higher grades becomes a true treasure. So if you have one, do not make the mistake of cleaning it, because cleaning lowers the value. Instead, keep it safe in a protective holder or case and consider getting it graded by a professional service, because that stamp of authenticity can make all the difference when you decide to sell it. Another tip is to keep your eyes open not only in coin shops but also in everyday life, because many great finds have come straight from pocket change. People often overlook small errors or fail to recognize the potential of a coin, and that is where collectors like you step in. Knowledge and patience are the keys that unlock big rewards in this hobby, and the more you study, the more treasures you will discover. The 1980p Washington quarter continues to be in high demand because of its unique place in American coinage history and the passion surrounding its rare errors. Collectors from cities like Chicago, Los Angeles, and Miami have paid huge sums at auctions and private sales to secure one of these rare examples, because they know its value will only continue to rise with time. And now let's talk about the value, because this is the most thrilling part of the story. A rare 1980p Washington quarter in pristine mint state with an error like a double die or off-center strike has been known to sell for as much as $5,000 in the open market and at major coin auctions. Yes, you heard it right, $5,000 for a coin that was minted is just 25 cents. So my friends, never underestimate the power of a single coin, because the next Washington quarter you hold could change your collection forever. Keep hunting, keep learning, and always stay passionate, because treasures are out there waiting for sharp eyes and dedicated collectors like you.